Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of All Quiet on the Western Front. All Quiet on the Western Front is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by MPI Media Group. It can be found as a standard edition available at Best Buy stores, and also a media book available locally and at various online retailers. Now, when it comes to the film, well, when it comes to Netflix movies in general, I often view them very critically. And in many cases, they're just kind of like a one and done thing. It's just, empty calories. But every once in a while, a real gem shines through. War films, or anti-war films as it were, when done right, can be awesome cinematic pieces of art. I mean, they really can speak to you on many levels, and this one definitely falls into that category. The cinematography is gorgeous, the action is pretty intense when it happens on screen, and the score is pretty awesome. It certainly deserved to win the Oscar. But of course, without the actors and the story itself, none of those other things would be nearly as impactful. It's such a well done film and easily one of the best from last year. I firmly believe this deserves all the awards and accolades and attention that it gets. It really is that well done. I highly recommend you check it out. Absolutely worth your time. Alright, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment, but first, let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the 4K Ultra HD edition of All Quiet on the Western Front. This is the media book. There's a standard, as I mentioned earlier. Best Buy sells it in store. But I like the look of this. It's only a little bigger than your average 4K case, so I think it works. And the back. And then into here we have a little book, which I'll show in a moment. And we have some artwork. And then we have the booklet, which has some information. This is kind of like what Criterion does in a lot of their releases. So, yeah, I like it. I think this is really nice packaging for a good movie. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. All Quiet on the Western Front on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 239:1 aspect ratio. It was finished at a 4K digital intermediate with HDR10 and Dolby Vision for the grading. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. Now, as somebody who regularly reviews 4K content, watching this on Netflix, I couldn't help but think, well, if this was on disc, this would be a lot better, and the audio would also be much more improved. And given Netflix's history with releasing movies on physical media, I was pretty much convinced this was never going to happen. But eventually, word began to spread that a physical release was coming, and I grew very hopeful, and now, here we are. When comparing a streaming movie and its physical disc counterpart, it's usually a tale on two fronts, picture and audio. As internet speeds and technology catch up, the line between those mediums in regards to picture is ever blurring. Audio is another factor which we'll touch on in a few moments. On the stream, artifacts and occasional macro blocking dot the image, and this is largely a non-issue on the physical 4K disc. Only maybe once or twice did I notice some minor artifacts in heavy smoke-filled scenes, for example, but the image as a whole is nearly perfect. The gritty nature of the film does still allow for some excellent clarity as detail shows superb depth. The grime and dirt is showcased well, and in your face, it's actually pretty impressive. The film's palette is pretty muted color-wise, but Dolby Vision still offers a fuller visual experience. Occasional flourishes of color still burst through with fire, clothing, architecture, and even landscapes have their moments. Black levels are excellent and probably one of the biggest advantages visually over the Netflix stream. Night scenes and dark interiors are completely deep, conveying the appropriate levels of darkness without any of that pesky macro blocking showing up. In addition, no signs of black crush were seen. All Quiet on the Western Front on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray sports a German Dolby Atmos audio mix with English subtitles, as well as an English dub that has a DTS 5.1, though I highly suggest you stick with the German Atmos. While some may argue that the difference in picture quality may be minimal between the stream and the physical disc, what is a bigger difference and more noticeable is of course going to be the audio. With audio information compressed to hell digitally, no such obstacles exist for this disc version. You may want to warn the neighbors, this track is going to do some damage. The Atmos wonderfully utilizes all the speaker real estate more than effectively. Multi-directional audio cues run completely unobstructed with potent force and full dynamic range. Gunfire explosions, the loud cries of attacking soldiers fill every speaker with stellar immersion. Ambient effects consistently can be heard even during the rare quieter moments in the film. High channels provide solid levels of discrete and complementary output, with mid-level and rear speakers pulling their own weight. Boom! The subwoofer has nothing short of robust and aggressive presence, which was sorely missing on the stream. Explosions, in addition to the Oscar-winning score, land with authority, and the low end certainly means business. Dialogue is presented crisp and clear even during the more chaotic moments in the film. The fronts fully support the center and do a great job. For the picture quality, I'm going to give All Quiet on the Western Front on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A+. Visually, this is an outstanding 4K transfer. Dolby Vision allows a boldness to the palette, with the overall image presented to be very clean to the viewer. Videophiles will no doubt enjoy this disc. For the audio mix, I will score this one an A+ as well. What can I say? This is a must-own for those that love the movie, but were never really satisfied with how it sounded over on the Netflix stream. War scenes are aggressively impactful, and the surround space is pretty active and consistent. This is demo material for sure. So that is my review of All Quiet on the Western Front on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave an Amazon link in the comments section. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have your hands on the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.